with mammoth news regarding the Supreme Court ruling to allow states to legalize sports gambling. It was a 6-3 ruling victory for New Jersey and other states who wanted to have sports gambling to encourage tourism and tax revenue. This means that Nevada is now not the only state that has legalized sports gambling. All of this, of course, impacts the world of professional and NCAA sports. CNBC's Eric Chemi was on Daily News Live to weigh in on the topic.
The federal government never actually banned sports gambling. What they said back in 1992 was if you're a state that doesn't have sports gambling, then you can't add it. So that's why Nevada was grandfathered in, and a couple other states that had some small lottery sports gambling. So a state like New Jersey, they couldn't add it because the federal law said, no, if you don't have it, you can't add it. And New Jersey's point is that's not fair because other states have it. And that's what the Supreme Court said. This is ridiculous. We can't have different states doing different things. So either Congress bans it for everybody or they can't ban it for anybody.
Monmouth Park racetrack is going full speed ahead with their plans to have sports gamblers flock to their betting windows. In fact, they hope to take their first sports bets in 2 weeks. Monmouth Park has been waiting more than 6 years for this opportunity, and the CEO of Darby Development LLC, which operates Monmouth Park, says they are prepared for this moment.
I intend to take bets as soon as possible, unless the governor or the legislature asked me not to. Then I would respect their wishes. But from a legal perspective, have analyzed this, I think if I wanted to, I could start taking bets in 5 minutes, and no one would arrest me this time.
Is it reasonable to assume May 28th, that's the beginning of the NBA and NHL finals? Is it safe to assume that by May 28th, people may be able to place legal sports bet?
We're trying.
We're trying.
We're trying.
For more on this major development, we welcome in Mark Malusis, Sal Cotta. Guys, what is the major impact to this news in the sports world?
Well, I mean, there's so many different levels to it. I mean, number one is, it's going to go state by state. There's going to be some regulation, some federal regulation when Congress does get involved. But, I mean, first and foremost, if you're in the tri-state area, you're going to be able to head over to Monmouth Park initially. They're hoping by, Memorial Day weekend that you can go out there and start placing bets on sports. 45 days out, I think it's Atlantic City. That is their goal in the state of Jersey. And then it's going to go state by state here, Sal, and it's going to really change the sports landscape in how you watch and how you view sports. It's going to get progressively more aggressive in terms of online gambling and gaming and everything like that. So, I mean, it just changes the entire sports landscape.
Yeah, I mean, being a sports fan, an athlete, all of it. I mean, it's all going to change as we know it. It's different forever. And I think there are a couple of different things. I think the league, the integrity of the leagues, right? You want to know what's going to happen with the NBA. Is it going to be fixed like it was years ago? The NFL, the point spreads. I think fans are going to have that come into question. Also, I think from a fan's perspective, it does make it more exciting and more interesting if you're able to sit there at a game, make a bet on what's happening in the current game, the way Adam Silver had described it. So I think there's exciting parts to this as well, but so many levels to that.
Well, let's also be realistic. If you wanted to make a bet in the last number of years, you could make a bet. I mean, now it's just legal.
But with Silver's, no, that is true. But with Silver's point, if you're sitting in an NBA game and you have an app and you can bet on whether this guy's going to make a free throw or not,
I get it.
That's different. But yes, I mean, ultimately, the people who have wanted to make sports wagers have made sports wagers.
There will be lots of field trips to Monmouth Park on Memorial Day for a lot of fans soon, I'm sure. All right, thank you so much, guys.